as many shots as possible to clear out what you think is possibly a prop. That player came down from below because he hit one of those springboards. Usually moving forward, Sand as well. They're all going with the targets. Usually gets in just barely because Taldak missed a shot.
Man, this is really good for the Funky Fighters. They've taken themselves a nice early lead. It's only 20 points, nothing substantial yet, but if they can do this every single round, again, another big prop going in. They're at 30 points ahead of the pack, and the only 3 teams behind them, Fishman, PUBG, and the Chicken Champions. And look, time is done. So that's it. So don't forget, Raven's Revenge, they have already been guarded. So going forward, all they have to do is try and rack up points. This is going to be huge going forward. The round is going to reset. Get two guards on deck. You've got the Chicken Champions and the Funky Fighters. So now they can try to lock out other players from scoring. And it depends on how well they do, right? Because again, these are big 10-point props. There's a lot of them as well. You know, the props outnumber you pretty substantially.
You recall the first game where the Ravens Revenge were actually in second to the Funky Fighters. So, like you said, being able to take your time and make sure that you know exactly what you need to do kind of gives them a little bit of an advantage. But the Funky Fighters really did come out to a huge lead in the first, scoring 5 points, or 5 total. See if they can hold it down right now and keep the lead as it is. Chicken Champions at 20 are not going to be able to close the gap. But we'll see if the Fish Fam, Cuddle Crew, and everybody else can approach the Funky Fighters right now. They're trying to stop that from happening.
Well, Scissors did just drop in with that 10-point prop, just closing that gap. If they can get another 10-point prop, they're going to be tied with the Funky Fighters, but they actually have to make it there to the center to make it into the incinerator. That is going to be make or break. We have 2 minutes left on the clock. And, you know, my first instinct for this would be, you know what, I just got to go. I just got to try and run out as much as I can. It's actually counterintuitive. Right now, you want to just be taking baby steps, right? Just making sure you can secure those points is crucial.
All the players right now, you can see them down below trying to get the shots as possible. They're racking up the eliminations right now. I don't think the Fish Fam may have gotten one through. Taldak gets one through. That's going to even the gap a little bit. There's the Funky Fighters again, just blind shooting through the black. And remember, 1:30 to go. Open this guard. Fish Fam has tied it up with that score right there.
And so has Cuddle Crew. They got 2 props in, so they're 1 prop behind right now. Oh, Action, you gotta be careful, buddy.
One prop behind. There's a little whip coming through as well. So all of a sudden, these teams are letting a lot of props through, or maybe it's the props who figured out their timings, figured out their tendencies, figured out when they stop shooting. 1 minute to go here. There's Ninja. He's got a car. This is one of the most difficult obstacles or props to get in.
Don't stack on top of each other. Oh, so dangerous. Tight together. Oh no, the bumper. Gotta land.
He was moving.
Oh.
Unfortunate there. You've got to press that control key at the last second to be able to make sure you get through. Scissors makes it through. Racking up there at 80 now. 30 points ahead of the Funky Fighters, which is unfortunate for their guard. Watch. 30 seconds to go.
They've taken the lead here. 20 points now. Excuse me, 30 points ahead. Make that 40. The numbers are changing like crazy. But right now, Scissors and the Fish Fam, they've got the lead. And this is huge right now. Don't forget the Funky Fighters are in the center, so they can't rack up points. We've got 10 seconds left. Whoever's out in the field, they need to make it into the incinerator right now.
Are they going to have any more points through? It doesn't look like anybody's close. That's going to be the round. The Funky Fighters and the Chicken Champions end up closing out that guard. Watch. We'll see where the standings end. I did notice something though, Zeke. Is that the Ravens Revenge were at 0 for that run. They didn't get a single prop through, which is a far cry from their performance on Sky Station Showdown. They were second.
They need to band together right now. They need to rally, and they need to make this happen. Round 3 begins. You've got the Fish Fam and the Sunshine Soldiers in the middle. So now the Fish Fam, you know, we saw this before. They got this lead, but now they have to try and lock everyone else out from getting points. And as we've clearly seen, it is actually way more difficult than it sounds.
And judging by the first run of the Funky Fighters, they got 50 early on. We'll see if they can get and double their score, essentially. The first 2 right now, ending up on garbage.
2.5 minutes left on this timer. You see people hitting these hidden little bumpers. So a little surprise in case you've been wondering why have they been flying up. There's little secret bumpers that are buried. You can see one right there that looks like a little silver dome. If players touch it, they're actually launching into the sky. It's a very clear, like, hey, this is a person. They have disguised themselves as a prop. You should probably eliminate them. 2 minutes here on the clock. Fish Fam are just tearing it up. But look, Funky Fighters, they were guards last round. They were behind pretty far, and now they're starting to close up that gap, right? If they can get another 3 props in within this 2-minute timer, they're going to be in a great spot heading into that final round.
Tyler trying to hold it down before he gets his last opportunity to go with the props. But here, the Cuddle Crew, and they're going to be on guard watch next. So if they don't solidify this lead very strong right now, it's going to be so difficult. Meanwhile, the Ravens' revenge did finally get a prop. Amazing. Fighters all earn a point in just a second there. 1 minute and 20 seconds for this guard watch.
Only a single prop behind. The Funky Fighters are only 2, and so are the Llama Record Company. Raven's Revenge is now on the board with a single. That's Raven. That's Scissors. He's got this on lock. He's got the entire map laid out in his mind, and he is telling the difference. Wait. He did not. The other 2 trucks are going to make it in. They're making it in. Yeah.
Unfortunately, Scissors, they snuck right under his nose. They get in. But it doesn't.
Oh, he hit that person from the blinds.
Wow. He heard you, Zeke. He knew.
Listen.
Flexing a little bit on everybody.
He knows I'm a big fan of his. All right, he knows. He knows. Nice and hidden. All right, gotta watch the bumper. There's one hidden. You see it right there in front? Be careful. You can see it. It's right there. Good. Nope. Never mind. That was. Looks like that was Fish Fam.
And it looks like a lot of props are making it towards the center right now. I think I just saw 3. Very close to the approach from Huizi. Remember, they have to get sorted to get scored. So Tomoya, I think, will be the last prop here. Bensor making a push for it. No! But what a push there at the last second. They do all tie up. 3. They're tied up at 100. This is so crucial.
This is very scary heading into round number 4. So take a look. In the center of the map, you've got Svenos and his crew. Don't forget, there's 3 teams tied for first. You've got the Fish Fam, you've got the Funky Fighters, and you have the Cuddle Crew. So basically, they are well ahead of the pack, but they're fighting each other right now. Little Whip, or excuse me, sorry, the Llama Record Company, and now Little Whip and the Cuddle Crew, they're at 90, so they could close that gap, but they have to work so much harder to do that. You've got the Cuddle Crew in the middle, and this means they're not racking up any points for this round, right? They're just everyone else is doing points.
5th place or lower at this point. If they don't have a good performance, even the Sunshine Soldiers, his team joining them as well as the.
Are they? Gotta keep the Fish Fam. Maybe have someone else the test, but right now, man, the Little Whip Warriors are just destroying this final round.
All the rest of the standings so important as well. Svenos and Co. Llama Record Jericho doing a very good job on guard duty right now. Besides the top two ending up getting a couple of points, they're not letting anybody below them really earn anything. A lot of props approaching right now. Gets in with the car, scores, and that just solidifies the lead even further, but I think Fish Fam scored. No, they didn't. Good. Well, first place to Little Whip Warriors now. There's no tiebreaker involved. 20 seconds to go. Can anybody else